On day one, I meet some friends just below my house. They're coming from Altoona, and we ride all the way up to Bald Eagle on Highway Alternate 220 and 150 and camp at Bald Eagle Lake. Here is my bicycle packed along the highway waiting for my friends. On my handlebars, I carry my light, a GoPro 840 with its power pack, and a mount for my GoPro. I also have a Garmin Varia tail light, and I love it that this 840 picks up the radar when cars passing by. It's just an invaluable resource. Here I pull over and let my friends who've caught me pass.
Oh, hi, Bill.
And there they are. Jan is in the front on a road bike, and then Marianne's on a road bike. They're going to leave us at Port Matilda. And there's Shelly and Bill, who've ridden now about 30-some miles from Altoona. Now we're headed on into Port Matilda.
Just wanted to get this whole group.
The day is bright and the sky is blue.
Oh, I got a shoulder that's out of whack, but
it's like mine.
yeah.
Join the butt.
In Port Matilda, we stop at Lycan's Market for some drinks and some refreshments. I've only gone now about 4 miles. And here we are in Unionville, and we ride almost always single file along the highway and as far to the right as possible. And Bill is in the lead right now, and he's going to pull over and let me take over the first position in this pace line that we have going. So it'll be I'm riding first, then Shelly right behind me, and then Bill. And we will trade those positions, breaking the wind for each other on this ride. We're 6 miles from Milesburg and 30 miles from Lock Haven. And that's Shelly now in front of me. And you can see Bill has taken over the lead again in the pace line. So now it's Bill, Shelly, and then me. And here we're getting fairly close to the Interstate 80 overpass. You won't see it, just a little snippet here. And then right now we are approaching Bald Eagle Lake. A little scenic pull off just off to our right. Our pace line's not the greatest right now, but Shelly's in the lead, and then Bill, and then myself. It's Sunday. We are approaching the campground, and look at all of the campers leaving the campground. They're all queued up in order to dump their holding tanks. Everybody's leaving, but we have a beautiful spot coming up. Riding into the campground. And here I am doing a bullet video of our campground that Bill will explain here in just a minute. But we're at Site 51, one of our favorite. You can see how many trees are overhead, the shade that we have. It's a very good spot.
Site 51 at Bald Eagle. Bob tent. Bill's tent. Coming around, Bill's bike. Shelly's bike, Shelly's tent. There's Bob trying to figure out what's wrong with his camel. Getting kind of windy here. Camp Bald Eagle.
We all had Dinty Moore for supper, and we ate it on the first night because we hate to carry those heavy cans all day long. On day 2, we leave Bald Eagle and ride about 40 miles, just under 40 miles, up to Little Pine State Park. And here I am doing a final inspection of our campsite at Bald Eagle, making sure we leave nothing behind. Marianne has come up from her house to Bald Eagle, parked her car, and we meet her in the parking lot. And now the 3 of us are going to continue on this tour.
It's going to be close.
We all hate the climb out of Bald Eagle Park up to the highway. I left a little early so I could catch everybody coming up on the camera. It sprinkled a tiny bit during the night, and you can see the sky is no longer blue. We're under really overcast skies. That's Shelly. And then Bill.
Let's go for breakfast.
All right. And then Marianne waving. And now Marianne has taken over the lead on the highway. And then Shelly, myself, and Bill's at the rear. Save a lot of energy being behind in the leader in these pace lines. This is going down to get on Railroad Street. Marianne's still in the lead, followed by Shelly. And this is in Blanchard, Pennsylvania. We're really taking the back roads, staying off the main highway. You can see everybody but Bill is using an Ortley Barack Pack, the 31. We just love them. They are incredibly waterproof. I just pack mine as if it's the bedroom. So it's got my tent, my sleeping bag, my pillow, all the things that I need just to go to bed. Sharp little corner here getting down to Railroad. Again, you can see how cloudy the sky is. And here we are on Railroad, also known as Bald Eagle Mountain Road. Bill's caught back up with us. And you can see why this road gets its name, or how this road gets its name. A railroad runs all the way along here to Mill Hall. Crossing the road in Mill Hall, South Water Street. And they still haven't got the bridge finished going into Flemington. And so we are looking for a
There it is over
pedestrian
there.
crossing.
Yeah.
You certainly can't ride a bicycle through here.
Yeah, when Bill and I were through here, there was big signs that said no bicycles. But we figured it wasn't for walking bicycles, it's don't ride through here.
And a quick ride through Flemington, and then soon we will be in Lock Haven.
Car.
The building on your right, just across the railroad tracks, is the station gallery in Lock Haven. And we stopped at the Fox Market House for either a second breakfast or an early lunch, whichever you want. And here I'm speeding up the video as we rocket through Avis. Avis, Pennsylvania. The very next thing we will be is on the Pine Creek Rail Trail, just outside of Avis. This is the Whitetail access area along the Pine Creek Rail Trail, and
Okie dokie.
it's supposed to be closed until March of
I think I might do the same
2024.
thing. I think I'll do the same thing.
We lose cell phone reception around here, so everyone's calling home to let people know where we are. You're
Phone
going to see
Linda.
how good I am at making these phone calls.
That stupid thing never works. Phone Linda. Well, stop then. Who's here? Yeah, kiddo, just made the Highland. It just made the Pine Creek rate. What? Oh well. What a center tech.
Press 3 to continue recording
Yeah,
where you
that's
left
stupid.
off. Press 4. Are you still there? If you are satisfied with your message, press 1 to listen to your message. Press 2 to erase and re-record. Press 3 to continue recording where you left off. Press 4. Sorry you're having trouble. Your message has been sent. Goodbye.
See if that's an outhouse.
What's that?
Say if that's an outhouse, what's that gonna be?
Yeah, I don't know. Linda? Boy, I'm having all kinds of trouble here. Try one more time.
Hello?
Hi, hon. I'm just calling to tell you we made the Pine Creek Rail Trail, so we'll.
Can't hear you.
We,
Bob?
yeah. Can't hear me?
Somebody's trying to call maybe. Yeah, I'm at the Guild. We don't have very good reception here.
Okay, we made the Pine Creek Rail Trail. Be losing cell reception soon, so that's all this was about.
Oh, yeah, I just left you a voice and a message.
Okay, all right. Love you much. We haven't had any real rain today at all, so
Oh, good.
yeah.
All right, well, have a good time.
Okay, love you much. Bye bye, baby.
Uh-huh, bye.
We dare it to rain on us now.
You should know better, Bob. Do not speak of the rain or the wind, ever.
And here we're crossing the first bridge going up the Pine Creek Rail Trail. There are several of these, and they're just, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to look out at the Pine Creek. These bridges do get very slick, however, when they're wet. And here we are at Waterville, where we will get off the Pine Creek Rail Trail. We're going to stop at the country store, and then we will head up the road, the paved road, up to Little Pine Creek State Park. But right now we're going to stop for soda. And this is Little Pine Creek Road that goes up to Little Pine Creek State Park.
Monday the 28th. Just got to Little Pine Hill. So this is Camp Little Pine. As we're looking now, seeing the breast of the dam coming in. Right below it, there's Bob, his tent. Coming around, there's my tent. Now we're catching the picnic table. Coming around, there's my bike. There's Marianne's tent. There's Shelly. Hi, Shelly! Yeah, she's waving over there. Coming around, there's the host trailer. She showers up there.
And this is a quick tour of the main loop in Little Pine Creek State Park. All kinds of sights here. You can see a lot of them are open when I'm riding my bike around this time. It's a beautiful little park. The main entrance to the park is coming up here on your right. You'd come across this bridge into where I'm riding right now. You can see the Little Pine Creek down there. There are some cabins off to our left that you can rent. There's one of the restrooms off to the left. Just riding here on the main loop. Going back above those cabins now. Coming up on the left are some yurts you can rent. There's another little loop off to the right that we're not going to go on. It goes just above that the second restroom that's right there on our right. And now we're coming back down the hill here. We're going to get back to where our campsite is. The dam for the reservoir is just up to the right. Water's pouring out down there. You can always hear it just rushing. This is a good place if you want to listen to the creek run or the spillway over there run. Again, there's my tent, Bill's tent, some clothes hanging up, Marianne's tent, and Shelly's tent. That evening we went to the Happy Acres restaurant that's right at the entrance to the road down to the state park, and had a wonderful dinner. On the third day, we're eventually going to ride, or I'm going to ride 70 miles back to my house from Little Pine Creek State Park all the way home. We're going to pass up staying at Bald Eagle. The forecast is for rain that night. And here I am in the morning, packing up my tent. I always pack it up in this super tight bag. And that's Shelly getting ready to put her rack pack back on her bike, and we're getting ready to leave. I left before the others and got all the way down to Waterville. I didn't want to slow people up on the little bumps, the hills that are on that Little Pine Creek Road coming down. And Marianne said she'd be right behind me, but there's Bill.
What's that?
And there's Shelly.
I didn't
And
say
no
anything.
Marianne.
I just said, what's that? You said something, so.
So the story is, Marianne said she'd be right behind me and the two of us would go ahead. But she stopped off at one of the
realized I
restrooms
hadn't fully attached
and
my
locked
bags.
the door and couldn't get it unlocked.
Yeah.
But luckily, she finally got it unlocked just as Bill and Shelly were riding by. And so the three of them came across all those hills together.
Oh, wow.
And here comes Marianne. She was so worried she would be stranded in that bathroom, locked in. Again, going back down the Pine Creek Rail Trail, one of the bridges. Again, at this point in our trip, we're debating how far we're going to go because there's rain in the forecast and we don't know if we want to just stay at Bald Eagle again and weather the rain or head all the way home.
Yeah. It'd stay overcast and no rain. Yeah. Yeah.
And this is the third bridge crossing from Waterville, from the Waterville down to when we get back on the highway. Now we're back at the Whitetail access again, and we will make phone calls again, let everybody know where we are. We're back in cell phone coverage.
Stop and turn on lights.
Here we are riding on River Road between Avis and Lock Haven. And now we're back in Lock Haven, going back over the bridge. Actually, this is Flemington, but just past Lock Haven. Same pedestrian access, going back the other direction. We've been talking a lot about how far to ride. If we go all the way home, I'll have about a 70-mile ride. Bill and Shelly will have about a 100-mile ride. And Marianne has her car parked at Bald Eagle, so the ride for her will be about 40 miles. Here we're on Highway 150, and we'll be coming into Beech Creek, Pennsylvania. This is Beech Creek, and we do stop at another Lycans market in Beech Creek and make the decision to go on all the way home. The weather forecast just looks bad. We're not willing to spend the night in the rain in the Bald Eagle campground. There are several little rollers on Highway 150, and Shelly is really out there in the front. Howard's now 5 miles away, and the clouds don't look any better. We're really supposed to get some rain tonight. Bill's pointing out that hawk way up in the tree. Barely see it with my GoPro. Blanchard's just a little mile to our south. This is the road to the left of us here that we took down to Blanchard. So we're headed back past Bald Eagle. Marianne will pick up her car.
Bye-bye, Marianne.
Not much left interesting on this tour. Bill and I just fall in behind Shelly, and she pulls us back along Highway 150. Again, I'll finish up with 70 miles total. Bill and Shelly, 100 miles, or around 100 miles. Hope you enjoyed this little tour. It was a fun ride.